Our lesson for today, we are going to correctly identify the plotted points on the number line. So right here we have 0, we have a space, and then we have 1. Well, what's going to be between 0 and 1? If I have between 0 and 1, a half or 0.5. So in between these, we are going to have, right here is going to be 0 and 5/10 or 0.5. So that decimal is going to be 0.5. That fraction is going to be 1/2. It's just 1/2 on its way to number 1. So it's going to be 1/2 there. Also, if you do 1 divided by 2, you will get 0.5. All right, let's take a look at the next one. So if we go up by halves, so 0.51, 1.52, 2.53, 3.5, and so on. What if we went the opposite way? 0, then we have negative a half, because remember, if we take a look and we do our opposites here, so we have -1, -0.5, -0.5, I should say. And then we have -1 and -1.5. Ooh, -2, -2.5, -3, -3.5. I can do the same thing going upwards. 0, 0 and 5/10, 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, and 3.5, and so on. Let's take a look at this next one. So we have right here, in between -1 and -2, is going to be -1.5, -1.5. Now that fraction, we can write it as a mixed number actually. So we can have -1 and 1/2. So you can put -1 and 1/2 because we have -1 and then we go a half more below 0. So that's going to be it for this part. Don't stress if you don't understand fully yet. We're going to do more practice. It's just saying, hey, take a look at this, and this is what we're going to start looking at. This next side, though, over here, is going to be pretty easy, hopefully. We're going to plot the numbers and the decimals or the fractions on the number line and their opposites. So we do need to write their opposites, and then we'll plot them. That first one, -2 and 5/10. Well, -2.5, the opposite is going to be +2.5. Opposite is going to be +2.5. So we have that -2.5 down here, and then that +2.5 up here. They're both the same distance from 0. They're both the same distance from 0. Next one, we have -2. The opposite of -2 is just +2. Easy peasy. So first let's plot -2. And then we'll plot that +2. All right, the opposite of 3.5 or 3.5 is going to be -3.5 or -3.5. All right, let's plot them up. So we have 3.5. So, all the way up here. Then we have -3.5 all the way at the bottom. And that's going to be it for our lesson. Remember, don't stress if you're not completely understanding this right now. It's just a start of what we're going to be looking at. And that's going to be it for the lesson. Great job.